Cowbunga dudes!
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Turtles counted on 1, 2, 3, 4. Turtles. Mutant chain reaction. Turtles. Living underground. Turtles. Ninjutsu action. Turtles. It's a shell of a town.
Hello everybody and welcome to my latest movie review, where today I review Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem. Directed by Jeff Rowe and Kyla Spears, released in 2023, and it's the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles film. But it's animated. And when I say animated, I mean anime. Yeah, we've not had a Ninja Turtles film for a while. To give you a bit of background, I'm not a huge fan of the Ninja Turtles. I grew up with them. I did have their van and I had a few of the figures and I had Shredder, you know. I watched the cartoons and they were quite entertaining. I haven't seen the live action movies of old and I haven't seen the Michael Bay ones, which well, apparently they're shit, so yeah, no surprise there. Maybe I will review the whole Ninja Turtles series at some point. As for this one, the story, it goes as follows. The film follows the Turtle Brothers as they work to earn the love of New York City while facing down an army of mutants. So, yes, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem. I didn't really know this movie was going to be released until I saw it, and I was actually quite surprised. I really enjoyed it. It was fun. I won't say it was perfect, it was decent, but I had a good time with it. I think it's just meant to be a fun narrative. There's nothing more to say about it. They're just going around trying to stop a supervillain, and then there's also this sort of coming-of-age story about them wanting to go to school and be normal and integrate with society, but because of past events with Splinter, their adopted father, who is a rat, they can't really go up and integrate with the humans. So there's a few cliches here and there, and you can kind of see where it goes. But I think it's all well done, and I think that you can sort of bypass those because the movie's entertaining. It has plenty of action to keep you going. There's a decent amount of comedy, and I think the dynamic with the four of them really works, and I think all four of them gel really well together. You obviously have Leonardo, Raphael, Donatello, and Michelangelo. They're all good. I don't think this is the best they've ever had, the best dynamic they've ever had. But it's pretty good for what this movie is. We get quite a lot of focus on Splinter, who's voiced by Jackie Chan, and he's a good Splinter. He definitely has quite a lot of emotional baggage, and I liked going further into his backstory. And I think, in a way, it's actually his film in some ways. He feels to me like the protagonist in a lot of areas, and I really would have actually been happy to see more of him because his story is more interesting. I do think, voice acting wise, I think the guy that voices Donatello, is a bit young. Yeah, the others sounded a bit older than him, and he didn't sound like he'd actually hit puberty yet, and the others did. So it was very odd casting Donatello with that voice. If anything, that guy should have voiced Michelangelo, because I feel like Michelangelo is the youngest. I mean, I don't know if that's fact, but that's how it comes across to me anyway. As for the villain, we've got Ice Cube, who voices Superfly. They kind of turn him into a bit of a joke, which is sort of a shame, but, you know, he's still quite a menacing presence. His design is really creepy and really cool, and he proves to be a serviceable antagonist. There's other people like John Cena and Byrne and Seth Rogan, Maya Rudolph, who have very small parts. You won't really tell who they are, but they're in there, and it's nice to see them. Also, Edebiri as April O'Neil. April, who is the journalist who becomes their friend and meets them and helps them to sort of take down Superfly, and they go on this whole journey with her and this whole friendship. You know, that's kind of nice. I like the exploration of that. There's not a lot of substance to the film, but it's more of a fun romp, I would say. It's a fun, entertaining romp. It's not too deep. You don't have to think about it that much. You can just sit back, relax, and enjoy. The animation is incredible, and it's definitely trying to compete with such films like the Spider-Verse movies, which have just come out recently. I think, for me, if they continue with this franchise, I would like to see a little bit more substance with the Turtles and their emotional story. Because the whole story about them going to school, well, yes, it's in there. They don't focus on it too much. It's more about going into the human world in this one. And I think the ending of this movie kind of preludes a potential sequel where they maybe integrate with people more their own age. And to kind of explore the two different worlds is nice, but I just think they could have gone further with it in this film. This just feels like kind of a detective, kind of buddy cop action film. Kind of superhero film, I suppose. I mean, read it how you will, but that's kind of how I read it. And obviously the climax is big and epic, and there's big monsters, and there's all sorts going on, which you will be very entertained by. I didn't see the movie in 3D, but I can imagine that that, you know, young kids would probably get a kick out of that if you're a big fan of the Ninja Turtles. So ultimately, my verdict is that I liked it, and I was very surprised. It was good. It was very entertaining. So I'm going to give this movie a 7 out of 10.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Turtles count it off. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turtles. Mutant chain reaction. Turtles. Living underground. Turtles. Ninjutsu action. It's a shell of a town.
So that's my review of this film. Thank you very much all for watching. Please comment down below, let me know what you think, and stay tuned for future reviews. So until next time, I'm Pajak's Perspective. See ya. Bye for now.